Well, guys, welcome to my show, your show. This is Exactly Amara, and I am your girl, Amara La Negra. Thank you so much for listening. This is a production of iHeart. Don't forget to give us those 5 stars and subscribe to the podcast on your favorite podcast platform. And head over to our YouTube channel where you will be able to watch or listen to the podcast by searching for My Cultura podcast and clicking on Exactly Amara. I am glad that you're tuning in today because today I am going to be making this episode real fun, real exciting. You know that we love to talk about all the things on this show, from sex education to finances to parenthood to whatever it is that you want to talk about. I'm always down to listen. I'm always down to read it out and actually come up with a podcast that I can actually dedicate to you. So I have a whole bunch of DMs, a ton of DMs asking me different things. And today I just want to sit down and answer them for you. Okay. Are you guys ready? All right. Here goes. One of the things that someone hit me up, I won't say who it is, so, I'll be discreet. 1, can you share your journey of entering the entertainment industry and how it has shaped your life as a single mother? Bueno, actually, I feel that growing up in the entertainment industry has shaped me into being a better mother because, or by, just my work ethic. I think that I've been very driven my whole life because also coming up as a beauty pageant baby, I learned to be very competitive by nature. So I'm always looking to be better. I'm always looking for the next challenge. I'm always looking to how can I perfect my craft? And as a mother, I think that I'm always looking as well on how to become a better mother. How can I balance out being a mother and my job? I never see as anything being impossible. I always just try to figure other ways of doing things because that's basically how it is in the entertainment industry. There's no one straight line into making it. I've had to work on radio. I've had to work on TV. I've had to work on 1,000 things, even though that my passion has always been being on stage and being a performer and being an artist and doing music is really my biggest dream, my biggest goal, my drive. But you have to be prepared to get prepared in many different avenues, and you just never know what the future is going to throw at you. The same thing with motherhood. I definitely wasn't prepared to be a mother at this moment in my life and my career, but it's here. It came, and I'm doing the best that I can, and I think I'm doing a pretty good job at it. And then that's just part of life. You learn as you go along. I'm definitely grateful that I was able to grow up doing what I love because thanks to the effort, the discipline, and all the things that I did growing up, I am able to be where I am today, and I've been able to succeed. And I pray to God I'm able to implement this drive, this discipline, all the things that I learned, all the things that I know to my girls growing up as well. They're already working. They're doing commercials. They're already on national TV. They're on Love and Hip Hop as well. Their children's book is coming out. Their clothing line is coming out. I'm working on creating an empire for them as well. Like, I think I'm doing it, right? I think that I'm doing it, and I hope that one day my girls are proud of me because only God and I know all the hard work that I'm doing to make sure that they have an amazing future. So I hope that answered that. But here we go. We also have another question. Dice así. I love to get DMs. What are some of the biggest challenges you face while raising twin girls while pursuing a career in the entertainment? And how did you overcome them? Well, I haven't overcome them 100% because my babies are only 1 year old. Has it been hard? It's been extremely hard. I am currently drinking coffee to stay up because I didn't get to sleep much last night. My girls have also influenced even my mother's health because my mom, with her age and other things that she has gone through in her life, right? It affected her health. And now that my girls are here, she doesn't sleep, and not sleeping has affected her también. And her nerves are going crazy. Mine are going crazy, but I'm young. I can put it off. But it's not easy. The truth of the matter is that being a mother is not easy overall, especially when you're an entrepreneur or you have a career that demands a lot of your body, your attention, your mental peace, and all those things. It's very difficult because I really don't have anybody else to rely on. My mother helps me, not as much as people would think. My mother does help me, but I just feel like it's not necessarily her full responsibility to take care of my children. And I never want to be that daughter that just throws her kids to the grandparents, to her mother, and just like take care of my kids. No, I do my best to be there as much as I can. I travel with my children. I move around with them. I think it's important also to have my girls with me because I never want them to grow up feeling or thinking, mommy just left us to go to work. No, mommy took you to work. Yes, mommy was always working, but you were right beside her. You were right there. You saw her drive, the way that she worked. You saw her being there, multitasking. I think that it's very easy to just throw your kids to somebody else and you go do you or go clubbing or go having a good time. Sometimes you do need it, but at the end of the day, it is our responsibility. It's my responsibility. And I just do the best to multitask and manage it the best that I can. Ahora I'm doing Mira Quien Baila, right? I'm doing the Spanish version of Dancing with the Stars. And I have 6 days of rehearsals, 8 hours of rehearsals, 1 day of live to tape, meaning that I that's my competition date. And then I do 8 hours of intense dancing every day. And then at the same time, I'm currently also filming Love and Hip Hop, the 5th season. And then I also have my podcast. And then I also have my real estate. And then so I have so many things going on. And then on top of that, being a mother, which is a 24-hour job, there's no days off for that. It looks really good on social media, but it's very hard. Not to mention, I just left to Mexico to do another TV show called Secretos de las Indomables. Go check that out as well. And I'm also working on my girls' children book and clothing line and all these things. I've had to create a team to help me do all these things. And even though I have a team, for every project, I have a team. I have Alex and Arlene for my podcast, which I'm so grateful for. And I have Cassie and Marilyn for other things. And I have but you're still the boss. You're still the one who has to be on top of every single project. You can't just leave it to them. Sometimes I do, and then I feel guilty for it. But it's hard. The one thing you can't just let go is being a parent. You'll be a parent 24 hours every single day of your life. So, have I completely overcome it? No. Will I? I don't think so. But I am glad to be able to be on Exactly Amara to take you through my journey. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I know it sounds like a lot because it is, but I love my girls and I love motherhood and I love being part of this experience. Okay, here goes another DM. How did being on Love and Hip Hop impact your personal and professional life? Were there any unexpected opportunities or challenges? Okay, so here it goes. Love and Hip Hop, which I am so grateful for because no puedo ser malagradecida. Love and Hip Hop gave me an amazing platform to gain a new fan base, right? The American fan base, because I had come from being very Latina in the Latino market. Everything was great. I've obviously always been ambitious. I wanted to try something else. I still want to gain more audiences. Maybe I want to go into Brazil, maybe into Japan. Why not? There's a lot of people in the world. I think that sometimes we think that our world is so small and the world really is so big. So I am grateful that Love and Hip Hop allowed me to gain a new fan base to listen to my music and get to know me. And obviously that brought me new opportunities, commercials, endorsements, meeting new people, movies, all types of things. I'm grateful for that. I did put a lot of hard work because I have to give myself credit. We don't give ourselves enough credit for the things that we have accomplished because a lot of people, even though that you may be complaining, a lot of people wish that they had your job. A lot of people wish that they were in your place, right? There's always somebody right behind you trying to gain and have the lifestyle that you have. So I'm grateful for that. I think que yo también he sido buena cabeza. I've been pretty smart in the way that I've invested my money in comparison to other people who have also been on the show and I've seen their journey, who haven't been financially smart on how to not just spend and create this fake lifestyle of luxury, but a real one. So I am grateful in the professional aspect. Grateful. On the personal aspect, it's been terrible. It's been trash. The worst decision I've ever done in my life has been putting my personal love life on national TV, especially because I didn't have the opportunity of controlling the narrative. We also have to remember when we watch these shows, and this goes for every show, not just mine, it's reality TV. It's a TV show. So everything has to be intensified. Things may not be as big, as grand, as serious as they may seem, but because it also has to be entertaining for people watching, it goes 0 to 1,000. So my personal relationship, I feel that maybe if I hadn't exposed it, maybe I would have a personal relationship at this point. But because I made a decision of being on this show and exposing a lot of things that I don't think it was necessary. It affected my relationships from my first one, which was with MJ. We weren't great, but we were so much better when we weren't on camera because it also allows people to feel as if they can have opinions about your personal relationship and they'll see you out in the streets and have comments. Imagine when you have issues with your partner in your household, how annoying it is that your cousin, your mother, your whoever it is, your friends know about it. Imagine the whole world knowing about it. So that was bad. The father of my children, I should have not never, I regret that so much. I should have never put him on national TV because that also affected many things that I wish would have been kept privately. So in my personal life, it has not done me well at all because it's very stressful to be filming these shows and knowing that you're going to go film something that you may not want to because it's going to bring stress and drama. Even knowing the day before what you're going to have to do that night, you may not sleep in peace. Like I said before, of growth for my career. Yes. Challenges. Yes. TV shows, producers. A lot of people may not want to work with you when you're on these type of shows because they automatically expect you to be arguing and fighting and da da da. And sometimes you have to explain that's me when I'm on that platform. But when I'm not working on those type of platforms, that's not necessarily me. I don't move like that. I don't react like that. It's hard to explain it to people because a lot of people can get so invested in what they see on these shows that they do kind of forget that you have 8 cameras in your face while you're doing it. It does get edited. I filmed this like maybe 6 months before you got to see it. So maybe if there was an issue, 6 months later, we even forgot that that even happened. But there's a lot that goes to it. Like I said, I am extremely grateful for the opportunity for the platform. I've grown and I've learned a lot from it, but it has its pros and it has its cons, like everything in life. Here's another DM. It says, as a songwriter, what inspires you to create music? Are there any specific experiences or emotions that draw you upon writing songs? So I'll say writing songs for me is a very difficult thing because I have a writer's camp or I'll have writers. I think I'm better of an entertainer. I interpret better than I write. And when I have written, it usually always comes from a space of depression, being sad, being heartbroken, or maybe when I am at my high, where I feel the most empowered and I feel the baddest bitch and I feel, like I can conquer the world. There's usually any of those two emotions. Before I think it was a thing, like I write my own raps, I write my own lyrics, I do my own thing. Da, da, da. I don't think it's like that. I think it's important to understand and know that we're all born with different talents, different abilities. One is able to sing, but the other one is not able to write. One can write, but can't interpret. One can interpret, but you may not have, no charisma or you may not have that it factor on stage. Like, I think it's important to know it takes a team of people to create that hit song or to make that artist. Because even when you look, I am a big fan of Beyonce. You may look at one of her songs and there is 100 writers on this one song. One wrote and the other one said, girl, yes, eat. You know what I'm saying? Like, it takes a team of people. I think that a lot of artists put a lot of pressure into trying to be this perfect artist and just, oh, I can write, I can sing, I can engineer, I can produce, I can do this. No, it's okay to have a team. Listen, I'll sing, you write, you produce, you engineer, mix and master, you this, and then we come together and we've created this. I always want to do music that make people feel good. But at the same time, I know that there's a lot of women and men that will be able to relate with me if I were to put out some songs where I'm really talking about my current experiences. I would love to talk, do a song about motherhood. I would love to do a song about how it feels to be betrayed, in love and not feeling like you can get back on your feet. But then doing a song where I realize I am that bitch and life is good and here I am. So I think in due time, I'll get back to it. All right, so here goes another one. Can you tell us about a memorable moment or accomplishment in your career as a songwriter that holds a special place in your heart? I can talk about a special song. There's 2 special songs for me. I would say that really were impactful in my life and my career. One has to be I was my first hit. And if you've never heard it, go on YouTube and just write Amara la Negra, AYY. Ayyi. That was my first hit in the Latin community. I got to tour all over Europe, all over Central America. It was a best experience of my life. It came with a lot of drama behind closed doors, but publicly, it was a song that really gave me the opportunity of showcasing my artistry. That was a really big moment. It was a Brazilian funk beat mixed with dembow. It was a big fusion. And till this day, the song has done very, very well. Then here comes the song Insecure, which was my first song after being on Love and Hip Hop Miami, my first season. It was completely different from anything I've ever done before because it was like a R&B song infused with like Caribbean influences and it did very well. I love those two songs in my whole career. I've done a lot of music. I've done a lot of music that has stayed in the studio, a lot of music that has been out and people didn't pay too much attention to, a lot of music that people loved because you have to be prepared for whatever reaction it may be. But those were the two biggest songs that really hit my heart whenever I think about my music and my career. Definitely those two. I love you guys asking questions. I really live for this. Any tips for other single parents trying to find balance? Of course. Here's something I've learned. No matter how tired, how exhausted I am, which is most of the time, I always try to find time for my girls. And when I say time for my girls, it's just to be there without my phone, to just be present in that moment, in that space, create those memories. And let's say, for example, if I know I had to film for Love and Hip Hop at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, in the morning, I'll get an inflatable baby pool, pour water, and put their bathing suits, and I'll just have them play in the water. And I'm there. I'm taking pictures, videos, memories. I am present. I'm watching them laugh and have a good time. If I have to go to work whenever, I'll take some time to go to Chuck E. Cheese and play with them and be there. And I want to be present. We'll put music really loud in the house. And I don't know, I'll grab them and I'll dance with them. And I want to be as present as I can because everyone keeps telling me that this time flies by so fast. I don't want to lose these moments. I missed the first steps because I was working. And that's okay because that comes with having to be a hardworking woman that's building an empire for my children, having to be a single parent. It also comes with not being able to be there for every special moment. At some points I felt guilty, but then I remember that this is my journey. There's no guidebook on how to live your life, on how to be a perfect parent. And you just learn as you go along. I still do my best to take time out of my day every single day, whether it's in the morning or whether it's at night. I'll read them a book or whatever. I just want to be present. And I think that also it comes with creating that habit of forcing yourself to be present. Because if you just do it once in a while, you won't even realize when your kids grew up and you weren't there. Every day I force myself to make some time to be there for them every day. So, yeah, it doesn't matter how busy you are with life, with whatever, make time for your children because they will always remember that. And I'll say this, I remember growing up, my mom was always working, but she was always working and I got to see it. She would take me with her. Even if she put me in a little corner with a chair and a book or whatever, she always made sure that I saw her working and I was present. So that's important. I'm going to answer these other ones kind of briefly because I know we don't have too much time. And I really enjoy being able to answer all these DMs because I want to be there for you guys. And I want you to know that I am paying attention and I'm here. Okay. So here goes another one. As a single mother influenced the theme or message that you convey in your music? Not as of yet. Not as of yet, but I definitely feel that I should do one or two songs for all those single, beautiful, strong mothers out there doing what they got to do to make sure that their kids is good. So eventually I would love to do a song for my girls. Okay, so what are some misconceptions people may have about your life in the entertainment industry or being a single mother? They may definitely have a misconception that you're just out here living this luxurious life all day, every day. In my case, it's not necessarily true because some days I wake up looking como una loca. You know what I mean? Not sleeping, taking care of my kids. I'm a super regular girl when I'm in the house. in chancletas, like arroz, habichuela, platanitos, like regular life. And then when you go out, I have the bougie entrees and food and just all that stuff. I think it's important to showcase the realness of who you are. I can be both. I'm not that all day. I think that social media has also made a lot of artists, celebrities, influencers fake sell this lifestyle that you live like this and you eat this every day, and you really don't. I think the people that are following all these influencers and stuff, or artists, whatever, celebrities, should know most of it is a facade because we live the life that a lot of people wish that they could. So just don't believe everything that you see, okay? I work really hard. You guys know because I talk to you all the time. I still haven't been able to get my love life together. Hopefully, now that I have downloaded this app, Chispa and Raya and all these things, I might be able to finally find someone. Who knows? And here goes the last one before I tap out. Can you share a funny or heartwarming story about your experience as a mother of twin girls and how it has influenced your perspective in life and success? I'll say, I am even more driven. I am even more hungry to be successful, to create generational wealth for my children, to be the best mother I can be for my girls. I want them to be proud of me. I want them to see me in the best light. I want them to say, oh my God, that's my mom. Did you see what my mom did? And that's why I work really hard in being every day the best version of me. My girls are my biggest inspiration. And even being able to go to work and bring my babies in a stroller and be there working and seeing them there, it really motivates me. Like everything that I do it for them. I used to do it for my mother. Now I do it for my daughters and my mother. I want to make them, all three of them, proud. I just think that being able to go to work or being on stage and seeing my mother with my little girls on the side of the stage while I'm on stage working and just being this grand artist that I've worked my whole life to become, that has been the biggest heartwarming experience for me in life. And I'm grateful that God has blessed me in that way, for my girls, for my mother, my career, everything that I have, my fans, my listeners. I'm grateful for you guys. Thank you for being there for me, for supporting me, for listening to my podcast. I am so grateful. I think that gratitude is one of the biggest things that we don't necessarily do every day, and we should. Just to be grateful and thankful that we're here today. This is definitely a blessing. If there was a takeaway today, I just want to talk about being grateful and gratitude. Gratitude brings more amazing things into your life. Just be grateful for the things that you have. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for being part of Exactly Amara. Make sure to find me on YouTube. Catch the show by searching for my Cultura podcast on YouTube and clicking on Exactly Amara. Follow me on Instagram at Amara La Negra ALN, Amara La Negra ALN. And remember that this has been a production of iHeart's My Cultura Podcast Network. For more podcasts from iHeart, visit the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you listen to your favorite shows. Thank you guys for tuning in. This is your girl, Amara La Negra, and you just heard Exactly Amara.